Hey YouTube, I know we're kind of doing this a little bit rapid fire, but I wanted to make a video to help those that have bought the Apex Badlands winch. Did discover something that I think you guys need to know about if you have one. If you follow the manufacturer's instructions and put in the shut off disconnect from the battery, this does not apply to you. If you're like me and chose not to, this will be important for you. All right, everybody. So what I have here in my hand is, I guess you'd call it a fair lead holder of some kind. It's pretty thick metal, and as you can see, it's kind of banana shaped. It's supposed to be flat. This side is supposed to have another tab like this one. What happened, and I can only guess because I wasn't there at the vehicle when this did, but I had accidentally left the switch on the winch to connect to the wireless remote. It's a great feature to have, works really well, highly recommend it. One of the reasons why I bought the winch. However, apparently it picked up a random radio frequency. I had the switch there, the remote, in my glove box. It is possible something bumped up against it, had it turned on, but it started the winch. And of course it couldn't have done out, it had to pull in. So what you're seeing from this is the strength of the 12,000 pound Apex winch, which I'm impressed at. It, like I said, this is not thin stuff. This is pretty beefy. And remember, for my Jeep, I've got a steel bumper that it's mounted to, the factory Rubicon bumper. So it deformed it. It basically, kind of crumpled and stuff because it was pulling on that winch. Surprisingly enough, for whatever reason, it stopped. It didn't burn up the winch. The contacts, I'll show them to you here in a second. You can tell that they got hot, but I think it probably over-temped, shut itself off the way it's supposed to. So that's why there wasn't any real lasting damage to it. I did burn the line. It's got a synthetic line, and I'll show that to you here as well. So let me go grab that, and you guys can kind of take a look and see what I'm talking about. All right, everybody. So I got the winch line here. Get kind of close here. Here you can see it's kind of looks normal, not too bad. But then, let me find a section here. Oh, come on, don't make a liar out of me. I know you're there. I can feel it. So you'll get spots like that where it's flattened out, and this nylon, or whatever they use for the winch line, I believe it's nylon, is melted. Basically, the friction and heat from this just absolutely destroyed the strength of the line. Here's a good section. It's smooth. It's almost like snake skin. That's probably the closest thing that I can think of that's a lot of people might have handled that they can get a good idea. And yeah, if you can see that, it just immediately it demolished this. So kudos to the power of the winch and the winch motor, and the strength of the line. It did not break. I was expecting, once I discovered what had happened, I thought that it was for sure going to just snap and then roll and then just, do that, but it didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install power to my remote control switch on the winch control box to my Rough Country 6-light switch pod. That way, so that if I'm in the Jeep, I can still hit the switch, turn on power to the winch for the remote, for the wireless remote rather, and it'll be good to go. And then more importantly, when I'm done, I'll have something visually that I can see and say, hey, idiot, you need to turn this off. Otherwise, you're going to go through this and the fairlead cover. So that was about a $200 mistake. So not something you want to repeat on a very regular basis. So I'll cut to where I'm working on the winch box. You can see what's going on behind that. Alrighty, everybody. So I'm trying to get a little bit close into here, still be able to see what I'm doing, so I can make sure I'm making a good video for you guys. So what I've basically done here is I've got a power lead coming from the switch box, and it goes into this box, which that is your Bluetooth wireless transceiver for the switch. Up in here, where my index finger is right there, you've got two power leads, and that's where the switch is for the wireless remote. So that's what I left on and allowed the Bluetooth to either pick up signal from some random radio frequency or for it to get it from the switch in the glove box, or from the remote in the glove box. So what I'm basically doing is I'm taking this switch out of the equation as it falls on me, and I'm moving it to inside the cab of the Jeep. That way, so again, I know where it's at, and again, I'll have that visual reminder literally in my face, hey, idiot, this is on or this is off. So as far as wiring this up, really, really simple. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change this connector out. It'll still be something I can plug or unplug. Basically, I don't have the male side that's small enough to actually fit in this one, so I'll have to put a female. That's the red kind, which is, I think it's 18 to 22 gauge wire, because that's what I got. So also, there's not a lot of power going on this at all. So I mean, it's 12 volts, but it's low amperage, so it doesn't need a thick cable to support the power. Then what I'm going to do is going to basically run my power cable up to the box, and it's just got a nice little screw, slider in, tighten it down, and you're good to go. So hope this video might shed some light on the inner workings of the Apex Winch. It's honestly, I mean, I'm not super experienced with winches, but like I said, I'm really surprised and impressed that it was able to pull so hard but not burn itself up. So did I, shorten the lifespan of this? Probably. We'll see how long it lasts. I guess the one silver lining to this is that even if this winch dies and I buy another one, I'm still less money on two winches of the Apex versus one from, say, Warren, which is they're the gold standard. So I'll wrap this video up. Hope you guys learned something, gave you an idea of maybe what to do with your winch. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe.